It's not just the firepower or the surveillance power of the army units in Jammu and Kashmir, especially involved in counterinsurgency and counterterrorism operation in the hinterland, which is undergoing a major change. Even the mobility is. For example, the vehicle that you see on your screen is known as the Rakshak Plus. Now, these are new inductions into the Indian Army. Well, from the look of it, you would have realized that this is actually a Scorpio, a regular Scorpio, which has been converted into a Rakshak Plus. What they mean by Rakshak Plus is that this vehicle that you see is completely bulletproof. So it can withstand, firing from small arms. So be it an AK-47, be it a pistol, the soldiers sitting inside can be safe from small arms fire, including the glasses. This covering that you see on your screen is actually, to prevent any kind of stone pelting that at one point of time used to take place heavily in this particular area, that is in Jammu and Kashmir. There are also features here. This is a modified Scorpio. As you can see, a soldier sitting inside can open this and fire from this particular position. We'll try and show you some the inside of how a Rakshak Plus is actually. So this is traditionally how a Rakshak Plus would be. This is where the soldiers would sit. There is an antenna which is there on the top, which would mean that this can actually be used as a communication headquarters also during operations. The primary use of this particular vehicle is for the officers to travel into operations, and this vehicle is also used on for close-in operations. That is in areas where the soldiers need to close in during a particular encounter. They get into these vehicles and they drive into the zone. Now, also remember that earlier the army had the Rakshaks. Now, Rakshaks were traditionally the Maruti Gypsy, that were converted through, one could call it jugaad and other things which were turned into bulletproof. It was not completely bulletproof per se. So hence, this is now called the Rakshak Plus. Well, one beauty of this vehicle, and I was speaking to the officers, who have now got these vehicles in the valley. While this induction started last year, most of the units are now getting it only very recently over the past a month or two. They tell me that even with all the the bulletproof and other features that have been added, this vehicle continues to be a strong one. So it has a great pull factor, it has a great speed, and the soldiers are much happy with this vehicle than the previous generation Gypsies that were used as Rakshak. Well, this is the front look of the Rakshak Plus, and as you can see, these railings that you see are, as I mentioned earlier, is to prevent any damage during stone pelting. So it covers all the lights and all. This particular thing is again, used as a bulletproof mechanism, because remember that this is the soft part of a vehicle. This is where the engine is. So this, to protect the engine, is why you have this particular feature, which of course has the towing hook, which can be used to tow the vehicle in case of any emergency per se. There is also a new sniper rifle that has been inducted at the LOC, which has enhanced India's firepower. A lot of new inductions have taken place at the LC as far as weapons and other systems are concerned. For example, what you see on your screen is actually the SACO sniper rifle. Now, this SACO sniper has been recently inducted over the past 2 months at this forward location. Earlier, this was something which was available for the special forces. Now, it has been given to regular army units. Now, earlier the army had the Dragunov sniper rifle. The Dragunov sniper rifle is actually a Russian sniper rifle which has a range of only about 800 meters. Now, it didn't have a bipod. By bipod, I mean this particular stand kind of a thing which ensures that there is stability as far as the rifle is concerned. So it is better for sniping. This particular rifle has a range of 1500 meters, so which means that the soldier here can shoot at an enemy at 1500 meters, now which is almost double to that of the Dragunov sniper rifle. So these are some of the systems that we are able to showcase to you. There are other inductions that have also taken place, which of course we're not showing because of security reasons, but This is how these are the soldiers who have been deployed at various locations. So it's a mix of, for example, this one is holding a AK-47 rifle. Then you have the 6R 716 that have been inducted. We also showed you the Tavor rifles. So in terms of a soldier's firepower, a lot is being done to ensure that latest weaponry is given to them.
एक दो 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 तीन दो चार दो पाँच दो खाली खाली एक दो नंबर वन फायर फायर बिफोर नंबर पक्की लाइन पक्का निशान
Well, not everything is new. We also get you a glimpse into the artillery firepower. Urjita and I are at a gun position, at one of the gun positions of the Indian Army along the line of control. Now, a gun position usually has about 6 guns. That makes up for a battery of the gun. The gun that you see right now here is the light field gun. It's a 105mm gun that was first inducted into the Indian Army in 1984. This is an indigenous gun system. This gun system has a range of about 17 to 18 kilometers, but because we are in a rarefied atmosphere, the range increases. One of the positive aspects of this particular gun is that it offers higher mobility. So this gun can be turned around 360 degrees. It can be underslung and can be picked. It weighs about 2,300 kgs. It can be picked up and taken from one location to the other as an underslung, which is the helicopter, of course. And then these are the guns, along with other artillery systems that are used by the Indian Army to target Pakistani locations, both bunkers as well as other targets that are there. These are the shells that are there, which is used by this particular gun. This particular is known as high explosive one, which is used for, of course, for targeting enemy locations and all. This one is an illumination round, which means that when it is fired, it actually illuminates the particular area. And this is actually a smoke one. So smoke one is actually used, for example, if our soldiers are advancing, so you fire this to ensure that there's a smoke screen that is created, or for that matter, if the infantry troops need to be told where the enemy location is, this can be fired so that they exactly know where the enemy location is. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is actually a drill that has been done by these soldiers of the artillery corps, where they are doing a drill of firing one of the rounds. This particular weapon system has the capability to fire one round every 10 seconds, which means 6 rounds per minute. So that is the firing with a range of about 18 kilometers. This makes a very deadly combo. Also remember that earlier we were at the LOC. We've now moved away from the LOC. So these gun positions are always away from the LOC, a few kilometers away from the LOC. Primarily because they have longer ranges, so they stay behind and fire at enemy locations at the LOC. This is Snesh Alex Philip signing off from a gun firing position of the Indian Army with my colleague Urjita Bhardwaj for the print in Jammu and Kashmir.